Hi guys, and welcome back to this very informative, poignant episode. This episode is to make you aware of what Watchtrader and Co. is actually like to do business with as a subscriber. A subscriber reached out to me 2 weeks ago to say he was having a problem with this company. He sold a Rolex to this company, and he was told that he would receive the payment on a Friday. Friday came and went. He reached out to the company several times. Monday, he was told, you'll get it tomorrow. Tuesday, he was told, you'll get it this afternoon. Wednesday, he was told, there's a mistake and you'll get it this evening. He finally got paid on the Thursday. 9 working days later, almost 2 weeks later. My subscriber was also done out of £100 from their original offer, which was agreed upon via text messages to the document he signed in a rush. There was £100 difference. He only realized it after he received the bank transfer. My subscriber has text messages with the original agreed price, and yes, he has a different price on the contract that he signed. He knows he's never going to get that money. However, Watchtrader and Co. said to him they will get back to him on that, and they never did. And now they do not answer his Instagram messages or his WhatsApp messages. They have literally cut him off. What you're about to see is an interview with the subscriber. In order to protect my subscriber's identity, I have told him not to use his real name. I have disguised his voice, and I have disguised him completely. I can assure you he is a real person. He's one of you. And when we finished the interview, I said, would you use Watchtrader again? And he said, absolutely not. So without further ado, let's get into this interview.
Can you tell me what happened, please?
Yeah, essentially agreed a price to sell a Rolex just to the guys at Watchtrader. Went in, had a 5-minute chat with them, and agreed the price. Now, at the time, when they said, yeah, that's fine, they looked over the watch. They says, signed the document, they emailed it over to me. So I signed it and left, but before I left, we were having a chat, so I asked them, this was on a Friday, when will the money be in my bank account? They said it'll be in your account the following Friday. Said, right, that's fine. A wee bit long, but that's fine. Come the following Friday, I gave them a call roughly about, 1 o'clock-ish. Said to them, so how you doing, guys? My money was supposed to be in the account. It's not here yet. Do you know when it's coming in? One of the boys said, oh, we've got you down as on the payment run for Tuesday. They said I was on the Tuesday payment run. I was like, right, look, I got told Friday. I said, anyway, don't worry about it. I said, right, so definitely it's going in on Tuesday. They said, yep. I said, right, no problem. So anyway, Tuesday comes, I phoned them up, and must have been about roughly 12ish, 12:30. I said, all right, how you doing, boys? It's myself again. Expecting that money, is it coming in today? They said, yeah, we do our payments between 4 and 5 p.m. I thought, well, how convenient. At the end of the day, I said, right, no problem, I'll give you a phone back. Phoned them up at 4:30. It still wasn't in my bank account, obviously. And I said, what's happening? I said, I was waiting on the money coming in. It's still not in my bank account. Where is it? They said, oh, they're sorry that this has been a bit of mix up. You're definitely going to be on tomorrow's payment run. You're put down as Wednesday. I said, boys, I got told this was coming out of my account Friday. I said, I then got told, obviously, it was coming in today. Now you're telling me tomorrow. They said, yeah, we know, we apologise. You're definitely on tomorrow's payment run. Again, phone them up tomorrow on the Wednesday. Phone them up about 3 o'clock. Says, boys, still on my account. They said, oh, look, there's been a bit of a mix-up. We're going to try and get through today, but let me phone one of the bosses and we'll call you back. So they call me back and say, look, we apologise. It's definitely going to be tomorrow. So this is the Thursday it's now going to go in. And I phoned them, obviously, again, this was early in the morning before I was meeting clients, so I phoned them about 11:30 or whatever time it was. They said, no, it's definitely coming into your account today. Here's a call if you've not got it by 4:30. And at the same time as this is happening, this is 2 weeks, I'm messaging them on Instagram and on their WhatsApp chat. So, like, there's constant communication. And anyway, on the Thursday, yeah, it did. It reached my account. I don't know. It was roughly 4 o'clock or 4:30. It went in on the Thursday, and it was only then actually that I realised that they paid in 9,850, and it was when the money hit my account. That's when I thought, how much did we agree here? And I went back and checked my Instagram messages, and that's when I realised I thought we agreed 9,950, and I checked the receipt. And the receipt thing that I signed, it was my fault, I signed it, but it was 9,850. How am I managed to get myself in this position? So I sent them a message. To be honest, I've no interest in getting it. It's not going to happen. But I sent them a message on Instagram and on WhatsApp saying, you know, what's happening. I actually just sent them messages every day, just saying, what's happening, what's happening. They've just completely ignored it. Obviously, the very first time they said, oh, let me look into that for you, but you hear nothing after that. I was never fearful, to be honest, if not getting my money. I didn't ever think I'm not going to get this, but there's definitely chances, because I've been better putting that on consignment with someone. And I've probably got myself an extra, I don't know, £500, whatever it would have been. I've got myself a wee bit extra money anyway.
9 working days to get paid, 13 actual days, and Friday deadline, Tuesday deadline, Wednesday deadline, all missed, and you got the money on a Thursday, and you were £100 short of what you thought was the agreed deal.
I can send you the screenshots. It's my folder, but I did sign it for 9,850.
From them that says the money that they were going to pay you, is it different? Would you do me a favour? Just send me the screenshot of what they agreed to pay you and the screenshot of what you signed, and I can make everything private from that, or just private all the rest yourself, and then I'll put it up for the subscribers to see. The reason I've asked you the same thing a few times is if you're telling the truth, you don't have to have a good memory. And you originally reached out to me and your story hasn't changed. And I'm impartial here because I have to be, because you also said something to me when you reached out to me about what you actually called this company. And I kind of agreed with you what you thought they were. In my personal opinion, I thought they were taking your property off you and keeping your money for long enough to sell the watch. That's my opinion.
It is a bit of a Ponzi scheme. Now, the watch market in general, no, it's never going to decline by 50% tomorrow morning, as an example. It would be a slow decline. But if it was to collapse tomorrow morning, if that happened, you're not getting your money back, because they don't have it, I don't think. They've not got the money in their accounts to pay out. So if the watch market, for whatever reason, just completely declined, you know, how am I getting my money back? The last one I messaged them about was the £100 or whatever, and they just said, oh, let me look into it.
I reached out to another grey market dealer, and I have had similar experiences to you. And I spoke to a friend, and this is what we've surmised. This grey market dealer would pay you immediately on the day before you left the building. I'm not going to name him because I don't want to have him involved with these guys, okay? I would think that 2 working days was reasonable, and I believe another company, who I'm not going to mention, a big company, is 5. It was just too long, and you had to suffer an entire weekend and almost an entire week. Would you ever do business with this company again?
No, I would never sell it to them again, to be honest. So I would just use another company.
They basically leveraged your property, only paid you back maybe after they sold it. I don't know. So effectively, they really did do it on consignment instead of buying it off you. But I can't prove that.
And to be honest, yeah, I mean, if I put on consignment, I think I would have got an extra, I think it was £500 or so. But
it annoys me though. I watch their weekly show, and they make a big point of telling the guy, you'll have the money in your bank tomorrow. Or I'm not making this up. So yeah, I want subscribers to know something. There's something else I want you to know, Mr. X, is another subscriber recently reached out to them to try and sell a root beer. He was offered the most money from them. He was offered £13,500 from them. He got offered 13,000 from the Honest Watch dealer, and he got offered 11,500 from Watchfinder. So based on the highest offer, he would have given his watch to the same company as you did. And he would have then been at the mercy of this company and likely not received the money for 2 weeks.
Well, I was supposed to be with the 5 working days, and obviously when you phoned them up on the Friday, that first Friday actually, they did, one of the boys that I was speaking to, whoever it was, he just said, oh, it's between 5 and 7 working days. I was like, you're thinking, I was like, oh, but I got told Friday, you know, as I'm on the phone to them there and then, and I said, right, no problem, but you do know that they are, sort of with me anyway, they were kicking the can down the road. As I say, I don't think I was ever not going to get the money, because the watch market, you know, it's still going along fine. So it wasn't, that model was not going to take too long to sell.
Did you not think twice when you're about to walk out the door? Because I would have wanted me money now. Give me bloody money now.
5 days, that's what he told me. It'll be in your account the next Friday. I thought Friday. I thought, like, I was expecting maybe to give me 2-3 days to transfer it. It said Friday, and that's when I was like, right, but when you call up and they say that they're putting you on the payment run, you know, they're trying to act like there's a wee girl or someone in the office and there's an actual payment. It's just the guy logging into his mobile phone and transferring the money. You know, they're no dealing with, you know, millions of clients where it needs to be set. It's quite simple. They're just transferring the money. But as I say, I think it's because they're sort of robbing Peter to pay Paul. I mean, I'm sure they have got either individual people that finance the company, or they've got a bank credit line or something, you know, they've got something there, so they've got money coming in. But if something happened, drastically happened, you know, I don't think the majority of people would get their money if the watch market collapsed. You hand your watch to a limited company, if that goes under, you know, it's all part of the administration process. You're not getting your money back. Now, as I say, that's like, I don't think that would happen at the moment. You know, the watch market's still taking along fine, but it's just, you would not be getting your money back. And if you needed it, you know, if people have essentially lost out, you know, quite a bit of money. It's no, you know, it's not cheap.
If you gave a watch to a grey market dealer on consignment and the watch went missing, if you went to the police, it would be a civil matter. And if you went to court, it would be, well, you willingly gave him the watch. There's no case to answer. At least you signed documents to say you sold it to them. I believe on consignment, I could be wrong on this, you willingly handed your goods over, and the fact the watch hasn't sold yet is irrelevant. The fact the watch could be floating around somewhere, not their problem. And it happened in Australia, and the police told the victims of a multiple Ponzi scheme to get stuffed, you're annoying us. All I would take from this video is to get the message out there that if you're going to do business with this company, this is how they operate. And you reached out to me, and I thought this was such an important message. I'm going to put it out there.
The whole thing happened was just, they must be doing that with everyone, I think, or the majority of people, but who knows.
Thank you for your time, and now we've got the message out there that this company isn't the best company to do business with. That's just my opinion from what you're telling me. Okay, thank you very much, and appreciate you coming on the show.
No problem, Ray.